Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now we are going to learn channel coding. As I told you in the beginning of this course that there are two major parts or areas or types of coding, information coding. One is source coding and the other is channel coding. We have learned source coding, the purpose of source coding. What is the purpose of source coding? The purpose of source coding is to get rid of the redundant bits and to compress the data. The main, if we define it in simple words, we simply want to compress the source data. But the purpose of channel coding is entirely different, and we will go through it in this course. Channel coding, in simple words, channel coding can be described as adding bits in the information bits for detection of error at the time of decoding in the receiver. What happens is that due to unwanted signals called noise signals, which are present between the transmitter and receiver in the path of propagation or transmission of the signal, which is simply called channel, can change the value of the transmitted bit or bits value from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1. As we know, whenever we transmit any bit or a sequence of bits, then when it goes through the channel from the receiver to the from the transmitter to the receiver, then there is always some kind of noise in the channel. That noise corrupts the signal, and it changes the value or it may change the value of the bit from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1. What we want is that if any such thing happens, then we should be able to detect that error at the time of signal decoding. Now the problem is that if that flip has occurred, the bit has changed from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1, then we want to know if this error has occurred or that change has occurred. For that purpose, we add some bits which provide information about the value of the transmitted bits. Decoder decodes the received bits and compare it with the information it gets from the added bits. If they match, then decoder knows that no error has occurred during the transmission, otherwise it detects the error. So here we understand the purpose of adding the bits. The main purpose of adding the bits is to detect the error. Without adding those additional bits in the information, we have no mean or no source to detect the error. Now how do we add those bits in the, or which are called the control bits, in the information? We are going to see that in the next slides. Channel coding can be of two types. One is error detection and retransmission. In this type of error control, after detecting the error in the transmitted bits, the receiving terminal does not attempt to correct the error. It simply requests that the transmitter retransmit the data. So once you know that there is some the data has corrupted, some error has occurred during the transmission in the channel, then you just simply ask the transmitter to retransmit that data again. Second type, error detection and correction. It is also known as forward error correction. After detecting the error in the transmitted bits, the receiving terminal attempts to correct the error. Now here, instead of asking the transmitter to retransmit the data, the receiver tries to correct that error with the knowledge of those control bits which are added in the information. There is one more classification of channel codes, that is, channel codes are also classified as block codes and convolutional codes. What the block codes and convolutional codes are, we will see them. Block codes. Code word. We know what is a code word. Let's go through it again. In channel coding, a code word consists of information bits that carry information in itself and parity bits. Now it is a combination of the two. the information bits and parity bits. What is a parity bit? Also known as parity check bits or check bits, ensure that the code word has the correct structure required by the block code. The encoder determines the parity bits and append them to the information bits to make a code word. Now these parity bits are the control bits which we add them and which contain the information about the transmitted information bits. A code whose code words have k information bits and r parity bits has n code words where n is equal to k plus r. So if we have say 5 information bits and we add one parity bit with it, then the total length of the code word is 6. Such a code is referred to as n comma k block code. How do we refer those code words? We refer them with their total length of the code word and the information bits in it. The position of parity bits within a code word can be in any sequence and arrangement. For example, in this equation 1, as you can see that this parity bit is in between the information bits, or it can be in the end of the parity bits, or it can be in the beginning of the information bits. Now there are two major types of parities. One is called even parity, the other is called odd parity. Even parity. The parity bit is set to 1 if the number of ones in a given set of bits is odd. The parity bit is set to 1 if the number of ones in a given set of bits, not including the parity bit, is odd, making the number of ones in the entire set of bits even. So what we do in even parity, that we want that including the parity bit, the total number of ones must be even. That's why it is called even parity. If the number of ones in a given set of bits is already even, it is set to 0. So what encoder does is that it look at the information bits and it counts the number of bits. For example, over here the total number of ones is in this information bit is 3, which is not even, so it adds 1 to make the total number of ones in this whole code word even number, which is 4. Now here in the information bits there are 2 ones, so the encoder adds 0 to make the even parity. If encoder will add 1 over here, then the total number of ones will become 3, which is not even parity. So in order to keep it in even parity, encoder adds no 1 over here or adds 0 over here as a parity bit. And we have got all the zeros. Of course the parity bit that will be added will be 0. It cannot be 1. If it 1 is added over here, then total number of ones in this whole code word will become odd. Odd parity is nothing but the reverse of even parity. In even parity we want the total number of ones to be even. In odd parity we want the total number of ones to be odd number. The parity bit is set to 1 if the number of ones in a given set of bits, not including the parity bit, is even, keeping the number of ones in the entire set of bits including the parity bit odd. If the number of set bits is already odd, the odd parity bit is set to 0. As you can see over here, in the same for the same information bits, if we are encoding it with odd parity, then we will not add 1 over here, but we will add 0. So it keeps the total number of ones to odd, that is 3. Here it has to make the total number of ones to even, so this instead of adding 0 as in even parity, it adds 1 over here for odd parity, and for all the zeros the 1 is added to make it odd parity. Now n comma k block code. In an n comma k block, each different information word gives a code word. Each as k bits give 2 raised power k different words, there are therefore 2 raised power k code words in an n comma k code. Consider a 4 comma 3 block code. Number of information bits is 3, and therefore 2 raised power 3 is equal to 8 code words. For if the information bit is 3, number of information bits is 3, then the total code words are 8. A 4-bit words gives 16 different words, of which 8 have odd number of ones and have even numbers of ones. Now, as we know from the truth table of 4 bits, that if we make a truth table of 4 bits, then we will have total 16 different different combinations. Out of those 16 different combinations, 8 are having odd number of ones and 8 are having even number of ones. If we are constructing odd parity, then the words having even number of ones is redundant. Now this is the main point. If for example we are constructing odd parity, so we will pick all the numbers which have odd parity and we will leave all those which have even parity. The code words which we have left having even number of ones is the redundant bit, and this is which gives the power of detecting the error. If we don't have these redundant words, then it's not possible to detect the error. It is these redundant words which make detection possible. Suppose all the 16 words had been valid code words. In that case, any toggle or flip of any bit or bits would have produced a valid code word. But having 8 invalid or redundant code words, if any one bit toggles from 0 to 1 or 1 to 0, it will produce an invalid code word. For example, look over here. We have 3-bit words. These are information bits, and this is a truth table of 4-bit words. Since we want even parity, then the code words are these, which are having 2 or 4 ones. The number of ones in them are there 2 or 4. So these are the valid code words. These are the code words. So if for example, and these all having only 1 or 3 ones, this one is wrong. There is a mistake. Having 3 ones are invalid code words. So for example, if this one toggles over here, for example 0 1 0 0 1 0, so 0 0 1 0 is not in this list of valid code words, it is in the list of invalid code words over here. So the detector knows that some error has occurred, and the same thing is true for the odd parity as well. Suppose 0101 is transmitted, and if any one bit is toggled or flipped, then the total number of ones will change and will generate an invalid word, and the decoder will detect that an error has occurred during the transmission. 010 changed to 1101. 1101 1101 is an invalid word. If instead of this one bit has toggled from 1 to 0, then again it generates an invalid word. 001. If this bit has toggled from 0 to 1, then again it generates an invalid word. 0111. This one is actually, this is a mistake, it is 1. And 0101 changed to 0100. 0100. This is again an invalid word. So if any bit changes from there is any error of one bit only, then it will always produce an invalid word or invalid code word. But if 2 or 4 bits are toggled, then it will produce a valid code word. Now this is a very important point. As long as the change in the bit change of the bit is only one in the one single bit, then it will produce an invalid word. But what if the 2 bits have toggled? Then for example, look over here, if in this case these 2 bits 1 and 0 have toggled and they have become 0 from 1 and 1 from 0, and this is again a valid code word, because after toggling 2 bits it becomes 0 0 1 1, and 0 0 1 1 is a valid code word. So as you can see, this this is a repetition, there is some error over here, and 0 1 0 1 changed to 1 0 1 0, which is again a valid code word. So what happens if 3 bits are toggled? 0 1 0 1, 3 bits have toggled, then again an invalid word. So we conclude that for even parity, if odd number of bits 1 or 3 are toggled, then error is detected, but if even number of bits 2 or 4 are toggled, then error cannot be detected. So the number of errors which occur in even parity must be odd, reciprocal of it. Even parity, the number of errors must be odd, and if the number of errors are even for even parity, then it cannot be detected. A useful measure, what is a code rate? A useful measure of redundancy within a block code is given by the ratio of the number of information bits to the block length. R is equal to K over N. So what the ratio between the information bits and the total code word is the code rate. Single parity check code. As the name implies, only one bit is added in the information bits for error detection in single parity check code. The 4,3 parity code is an example of single parity check code. A good practical example of single parity check code is 8,7 block code used in ASCII. The ASCII format uses 10-bit words to represent alphanumeric characters. The first and last bits are the start and stop bits respectively for synchronization. The remaining 7 bits are used for information and 1 bit for parity. So there are total 10 bits. The first bit and the last bit is for the synchronization, and they are used as start and stop bits, and the information bits are only 7 in those 10 bits, and 1 bit is for parity. For n, k even parity code with information bits I1, I2, I3 to ik, the parity bit is given by p is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus ik, where addition is modulo 2. If information bits contain an even number of ones, then p is equal to 0, otherwise p is equal to 1.